right. So, this is going to be a thing from now on because I physically cannot keep up with DC television anymore. I just can't. The CW is too much, and I can't. And I'm not encompassing all that with like Doom Patrol and Titans and everything. There's just too much.
You can leave all that stuff to me.
Yeah, and it goes on all at the same time. Marvel, on the other hand, takes turns. So we are now transitioning in to getting something here. We do not have a pretty intro at this current moment, but Colton is working on it, and I have a friend who is working on a new intro song, but that is going to be down the line because it's going to be really good. But so this new show is going to be Marvel after the credits. This is going to encompass basically anything. I don't know if we're going to throw all of our movie reviews on here now. It's technically,
we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Technically, it falls under that category. So, yeah. First one we're going to start off with. We almost wanted to be dumb and wait and start on Hawkeye just so we could make the stupid joke that we started with Arrow and then we started on Hawkeye. But anyway, we didn't wait for the music and all that because we really wanted to get going. And What If was right around the corner. We decided we wanted to do this. So, yeah, let's get started. Marvel What If. We're going to be doing two of these one after another because me and Mike are both incredibly busy. So, do you have a synopsis, Mike?
I will try.
Okay.
Basically, all I'm going to do for the synopsis is just say the title of the episode.
Okay.
So, to start off, What If kind of opens with Jeffrey Wright as Uatu, the Watcher, and he kind of gives a sort of Twilight Zone inspired narration, kind of explaining the whole premise of the series. So the question for this episode is, what if Captain Carter were the first Avenger? So as you can imagine, this episode takes place pretty much around the same time as the first Captain America movie, only the deviation is instead of Steve getting the serum, it's Peggy Carter.
Yes. Big, strong woman, Peggy Carter. And what if Steve became Iron Man?
Yeah, that was a twist I honestly wasn't expecting.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. So that was something else. But it was a cool something else, so I will give it that. But yeah. It was he didn't become Captain Carter. He didn't become Iron Man either. He became the Hydra Stomper, which I love.
Mm.
I didn't know what they were going to call that. I thought they might have went with it went dumb and went with the ongoing joke from Iron Man 3 and called him the Iron Patriot.
That would have been like the easiest route to go, but I'm glad they came up with something more what's the word? Pulpy.
Yeah. That makes sense. I tell you, it was rather weird. And if I'm thinking correctly, I believe he was I gotta look this up. Hearing everybody but Chris Evans make his return in here, and hearing Josh Keaton who played the voice of Peter Parker in the Spectacular Spider-Man.
How's that for a transition?
That was weird, which is really weird because considering, isn't Chris Evans going to be voicing Spider-Man in a What If episode?
Yeah, what the hell?
Just thought about that. It's like, let's switch through. But yeah, it was something else. He did a good job getting really close to Chris's voice, so I will give him that. I will admit, when this episode started, it was only 34 minutes And like, I think they rounded up. It was 33 and some change. And they rounded up to 34 minutes. I was kind of like, that's going to be weird. I feel like they're not going to get a lot done. And then all of a sudden, like, they packed a lot into the episode.
For better or for worse, but that's my one really real critique of this episode in particular. Because I know the first Avenger pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only a touch disappointed that
a lot of it was redone, basically the same, but with Peggy there now.
Well, yeah, sure, that's one thing, but a lot of like the premises for these episodes could have been their own like feature film, but because this is televised,
yeah,
they crunched it down to 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the kind of it is weird because it moves at the speed of a missile going through this, and it's a heck of a different thing seeing, like, if they would have never gotten the Tesseract right away and they just got the snot stomped out of them until they magically got back a hold of the Hydra Stomper. I was just like, they would have just lost that war so fast if that train scene doesn't happen. Like, they have to make that train scene happen, otherwise the rest of the war doesn't happen.
Right.
Yeah. One complaint I will say that I have is, I think it was Captain Flynn, I want to say the character's name was.
Was that the guy that Bradley Whitford played? The guy who was just
entire reason was to be sexist.
Yeah, he's literally just there to be like, girls can't do that.
I thought they overdid that a smidgen.
I do not disagree.
Half of this whole episode is him going, well, damn it, I was right. She shouldn't be in the field. She's upset because she had feelings. Oh. Guy.
To be honest, this is the story, albeit told well, but this is kind of like the story that all those like mouth breathers were complaining that Captain Marvel and Black Widow would be, when, other than like that one really on the nose needle drop, Captain Marvel was never really about, oh, you can't do anything because you're just a girl.
No, it was always because there was other reasons behind it, and it's like she didn't have her full powers and all this, and then when they finally get to that, it was handled there well. Black Widow was great. It's outside of some jokes that could have just been cut, but yeah, I like the whole process. Peggy Carter is great. The whole idea is awesome. I'm kind of shocked that at some point they didn't just call her Captain Britain.
Yeah, despite like actually wearing. Actually, hold on. Can you pull up a picture of Captain Britain?
I can. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I just want to compare the outfit.
Give me 1 second. Here we go. I need to bring this over here. What did I ever do before I had two monitors? Here we go. Like, we have, like, look at this. Like,
yeah, see how the shield is pretty much just like Captain Britain's outfit.
Exactly. It's kind of nuts. Like, look at this. This is Henry Cavill made to look like Captain Britain. It's just the gender swap of what Peggy's supposed to be. I'm like, I get it, it's Captain Carter, but like, why didn't you call her Captain Britain? And I understand, she's in the American Army. I get that. I do. But believe it or not, it was some people outside of America that fought the Nazis. Just gonna throw that out there. It was the first good episode. I will admit, I, like some people, were very, very hesitant. And I get this way with certain things. Like, it made me hesitate on playing Life is Strange for the longest time, as I saw the animation and I didn't know if I was going to like it.
I was going to ask you that next, like what you thought of the animation now that you've seen it in motion.
I think it could use some fine tuning, but I think it works well. Like, there's certain parts where the lighting is just off the charts good. And spectacular. Absolutely love it. But like, there's certain points where like, they're not quite sure how to model humans correctly sometimes. Like, everyone looked really good, and then there was a couple extras. And then, in my opinion, when it hit Toby Jones, I was kind of like, that model could have used some work.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, there's a couple of them where I'm like, art style doesn't work for everybody, and it'll get there. It'll get better. Like, I've already seen trailer or like scenes and some shots from if T'Challa became Star-Lord, and that one looks worlds better in my opinion than this already did.
I think my issue with this style is, I understand that like this is still supposed to be set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so they were going for a more photorealistic kind of.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like they were going for that, but at the same time, it's almost like they kind of wanted to have their cake and eat it too, in terms of, you know, like using the animation to their advantage. Like when Captain Carter is like, you know, throwing down and, you know, really beating the crap out of Hydra agents. You know, that's something you can't really do in live action. So they really kind of take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of throws me off, like, every once in a while when I remind myself, oh yeah, this is supposed to take place in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Yet this feels a little bit more. It feels more like stylized than I guess maybe I was even expecting.
Yeah, it's it's one of those. Yeah, I'm not sure how to look at it sometimes, but I do like it. It's just that there's certain points where it just works better. I will just say it works better than in others. There's no that outright look bad. I don't think Toby looked great. I will say that, but there's none of it where it just looks like, oh, that was like eye bleaching horrible. It was just terrible. There's nothing that was even close to that. There was just some things that were just kind of off, but again, it gets better. There was some like humor in this that I was kind of like, did they really just put like a Looney Tunes outro bit in the middle of the episode?
Yeah,
like,
that was weird.
What was that? I didn't expect that at all. And I don't know. That kind of makes me weird it wasn't at all what I was expecting from these. And one thing I will admit is when they had the Watcher, I was kind of expecting that he was almost going to narrate it the whole time. And we didn't get that, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that. It's just not what I was expecting.
That must be another Twilight allusion too, because I don't think the narrator for that did like the whole thing. I think he just kind of set up the story and then did a little bit at the end.
Oh boy, it has been an age since I've seen a Twilight episode. But yeah, I think that was how it was. But yeah, it was good. I'm glad that we're doing these. I hope that this continues like a lot, that just they're allowed to throw stuff at the wall. And I mean, do something stupid. I mean, I want stuff like, what if Howard the Duck became the Punisher? I want stupid crap.
I watched an interview earlier that for at least for this batch of like the first 9 episodes, they're mostly playing with you know the remixing the Infinity Saga.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope next season they go like beyond the limits of what we've seen before.
Yeah, I hope it's not just like, okay, and now we had the Kang saga. We redid all of those. Like, no, just redo some things and yeah, make it different. Like, I don't even, you know, like one of them was one of the ones coming up is if Ultron got all the Infinity Stones? Wasn't that one of them? Or is that
I think
that's the one with Ultron. Oh, it's in the artwork. What the heck was it? Hold on. Come up here. Where is it? Or maybe it's not. I swear there one with someone getting all the Infinity Stones. I can't remember what it was because they had a list of all the episodes and I can't exactly remember what it was. But anyway, yeah, play with some weird stuff and take chances because again, you don't have to care about these. They're never gonna like, unless I'm wrong and somehow Captain Carter shows up in Captain America 4. I don't expect these to tie in that closely. I mean, I know that one of the writers was like, all these are canon, herpader, but I'm like,
they're about as canon as like, you know, the rest of the multiverse.
Yeah, it's like, please don't. That is one thing that I hate nowadays. The word canon about makes me want to puke with certain things because then fans will be like, you can't say this didn't happen because it's canon, man. It can happen because they said it's canon. Stop. Just stop. If you're one of those people that are about to have that argument, don't speak.
I will just direct them to the Tommy Westphal theory. And then that's a video for another day.
Okay, all right. I was going to say, that's a new one to me. But yeah, this is a good first episode. They had a lot of cool stuff. Like you said, they remake some things, but like her like windsurfing the motorcycle into the freaking Hydra Tower was pretty great. The fact that they fought like a Cthulhu tentacle monster coming
Something
out.
I was not expecting.
No, I was like, are you about to show Shumagorath? Like, what is going on? Nope, it was just a random Cthulhu. It's like, okay. Well, like, they showed that, and then the people that don't know who Shumagorath, I believe it's Shumagorath, is the weird octopus type thing that's a Doctor Strange villain.
How do you spell it?
Oh, you're funny. Good.
I got
it. Okay. I believe it's Shumagorath.
Yep, Shumagorath.
Yeah, I was half expecting like Strange to come out of that thing and be like, hold on, we must put this thing away. But yeah, no, that didn't happen. That was kind of weird. It's just, it's one of those things where they could do anything because it's animation, and they just chose Tentacle Monster. I was like, that's a choice. Okay. I'm okay with it. That's different. Okay, Kaiju, cool. Total different switch where you didn't want to have her on a plane. I respect that, but yeah, it was cool. I'm trying to think of some standout moments.
I think one of the most iconic scenes is probably going to be the first time we see Peggy riding on top of the Hydra Smasher.
Oh yeah, the Hydra stuff. That was it. It's kind of ridiculous how much it looks like an exact bolt. That like it's the obviously the first Iron Man armor, but it looks like the Iron Giant on steroids.
It does,
and I love that. Oh man, it was a standout moment, but it was one of those wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But it seemed a little on the nose.
Are you talking about Bucky being like, I don't like trains?
Or well, it wasn't that. It was close to that. Or Have you ever seen the ASDF movies?
I don't think so.
You should watch them. One of the ongoing jokes is this little kid going, "I love trains," and then like a random train coming up screen.
Oh wait, no, I've seen that one.
Okay, but yeah, Noah was the "Watch it, Peggy, you almost ripped my arm off." I'm like, okay, got it. But yeah, switching up the train scene to having it just be a giant set of bombs, that was great. That was really, really cool. Like, I don't know who's going to go in there first. It's either going to be the Hydra Stomper or Peggy. Hopefully it kills one of them. Yeah, that was cool. It was similar but different. I'm very okay with that. If you're going to remix, if you're going to have the same exact thing, remix it a little. I'm always okay with that. Yeah, it was just they what I want to say. They played it safe for the most part with this first one. They didn't go too bonkers outside of the kaiju.
Yeah, the kaiju is as far out there as they go, but I think the purpose of this episode is to ease the general audiences into what the whole premise of this.
Yeah. Do these have ratings?
I'm going to assume this is like a PG-13. Most Marvel movies are PG-13, so I'm assuming it's around there.
Well, no, the reason I was wondering is like, is if they don't slap ratings on these, that just like there might just random, like if they get serious in one of them, show like straight up murder or anything like that. I'm just like, if they're ever gonna like go nuts in one of them, like if they have a rating like cap. And I remember seeing anything like, obviously this was like, it's all cartoon violence. I don't even think you saw blood at any point. But like Steve gets shot like 3 times with the shirt off and you don't see any bullet wounds. But yeah, I'm waiting to see how if they go with that. Like Marvel Zombies. What are they going to do with that one?
Ooh,
how weird is that going to get? Or how gross is that going to get?
I think that might be the one I'm most curious about. And I don't know when we're gonna get it either. I just know it's coming this season.
Yeah. And like I'm looking at these, like I think the one I'm most excited on, and if I'm looking at the art on the back of the Disney page, I believe the episode's called "What If Gamora Became Thanos."
Ooh,
because it's Gamora with his helicopter blade thing and that, and then it's got the one with Ultron there. That's what I was trying to think of, but that one I'm really, really excited about. And then, man, I'm trying to think of what if Chris Evans is going to be Spider-Man for. Isn't it Spider-Man Became the Sorcerer Supreme, or am I wrong?
That sounds right.
That sounds right? Okay. But yeah, they got a lot of good ideas coming, and I'm excited. I'm also just really excited to just have stuff to review on a regular basis that's comic related, because like I said, I told Mike earlier, man, do I never in my entire life need a live action TV show to be longer than like 12 episodes a season.
I feel you.
The Arrowverse killed me.
I'll say this. CW is getting a little bit better. Most of their shows are kind of dancing between like 13 to 15 episodes now.
Oh, really? So they really backed off on it. Okay.
I think the first season of Superman Lois was like at most 15 episodes.
Okay. Now, is that because of COVID restrictions, or is that just pure?
I think it must be budget, because that one looks significantly better than the rest of them.
It is a Superman show, so you really can't skimp on it. Okay. Is that only Superman and Lois?
No, Legend of Tomorrow is around the same length.
Okay, good. I'm okay with that. You don't in my opinion, a full run of an anime 24 to 27 episodes. Full run of a live action TV show, like I said, 12 episodes max. That's the full run of an anime that's going to end. A season of a live action show is 12 max. Like, I felt WandaVision was perfect, and that had like 10 or 11. That
9.
was the longest. Really? It only had 9?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I misremember that then. Okay. But anyways, that went on longer than the other ones, and it was perfect. But yeah, keep it at that length, please. It's all you need to do, and you can get the perfect amount of storytelling done. But yeah, so good to be back reviewing stuff again. I'm pretty excited. We're going to be stopping doing this, and I still have to watch the next one.
Yeah,
and then
same.
do it. Okay, cool. So we'll be back in a little bit. It'll be a little bit for us, but I don't know if I'm going to put these up one right after another. I don't know. We'll see. I might. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'm glad to be reviewing comic book stuff again. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty excited about this series, this show in general. We've got better marketing and stuff. I'm going to try really hard to make it so you guys can tell what the different videos are on my channel, because outside having my logo on the 0 hour reviews, all the stuff kind of looks similar. I'm going to work on a way better to differentiate it. I'm working on a couple of different things for the channel that I don't want to speak about because I want to surprise Mike. So anyway, yeah, let's get on out of here and get to the next one. Mike, where can I find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at CaptainK42. You can check out all my Letterboxd reviews on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. You can find me in all the various Facebook groups just at my name. You can check out Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. Check us out on Podchaser. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen. And everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
Absolutely. And you'll find me everywhere at Organoid0, mostly YouTube and Twitch. I'm on everything else, but I really don't use them because I don't have a point at the current moment. If anyone ever starts caring about my opinions, I might start using my Twitter more often. But yeah, I would say what I'm going to be streaming tonight, but you guys probably won't be seeing this tonight because I'll be streaming right after me and Mike are done recording. So yeah, on to the next one, and we'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.